Hey there, everybody. I am super excited to talk to you now about this Petit Roche Buissiere. Just ignore the freight train behind me, or maybe appreciate the freight train behind me. Anyway, this is one of my favorite wines that I get from Zev Rovine. It's mostly Grenache with some Syrah from the northern edge of the southern Rhone. Here, I'll hold it even closer. There we go. There's the label. So I get it from the northern edge of the southern Rhone. They are northeast of Vaison-la-Romaine, which I don't actually really know what that is. I mean, I know it's a town and a region in the Côtes du Rhône. My only real reference is that I get a really, really brilliant, wonderful wine from there, made by Eric Texier. So anyway, this is Antoine and Laurence Joly. This is a, what is this, 20 hectare domain. 20 hectare domain that has been in the Joly family for 3 generations. It was Antoine's grandfather moved here and was a beekeeper, bought the domain, was a beekeeper. Antoine's father, Pierre, was a student in Paris in the 60s, and I think played some kind of meaningful role in the Parisian student protests and riots of 1968, and then moved back here to the farm and was a pioneer of organic agriculture, converted to organics back in the 80s here. So the estate has been organic for a very long time. This is one of my favorite wines this is my favorite wine that they make. It's also one of my favorite wines that I get from Zev Rovine. It's also one of the very first wines that I bought from Zev Rovine way back. I don't even know how long ago. It must have been like 10 years ago or something like that. I think I tasted this in a barn in Freeport with Brendan Pringle, and we were both just blown away by how delicious it is. So this in particular, the Petit Joe, it's mostly Grenache, and it's Grenache with some Syrah, comes from a 2.5 hectare vineyard of clay and limestone soil, organically farmed with some biodynamic practices, hand harvested, and then, geez, I forget how long the maceration is. I want to say it's relatively long, like maybe 2 weeks or something, in cement, and then it's aged in cement for 6 to 8 months before bottling. No fining, no filtration, and 10 to 15 milligrams of sulfur added per liter. So it's very low sulfur added, like at the very, very lowest end of, like, you can't add too much less than that, really. Or it's just not even meaningful or measurable. And it tastes like a low to zero sulfur wine to me. There's a brightness and a freshness to this wine that, like, every vintage that I've had of it, that, like, this wine has it, and it just gets me every time. I'm just always really in love with it for how bright and alive it is. You can just smell it in the aroma. It's a very vivid, like, it's Grenache-y smelling, but it's very, like, bright and vivid and fun and, like, uplifting. Yeah, it smells Grenache-y. Let me think of descriptors that are actually meaningful for people that aren't, like, wine professionals. Like really fresh, ripe, like Bing cherries, black cherry, blackberry, like if there were blackberries around here. I've got all kinds of grapes. I don't know if you can see the grapes up in those trees, but crazy. Anyway, if I had like a blackberry bush here and I could walk over and just grab a bunch off and crush them in my hand in the sun, like, that's what this smells like. And it's, go away, Yellow Jacket. Go, yeah. Jesus. Stop it. There's a nest around here. It smells so good that it just attracts, there's another one. All kinds of bugs. Oh, right. I'm drinking it. That's what I'm doing right now. Yeah, juicy, black pepper, lots of fresh, vivid fruit, little bit of tannin, like just the right amount of tannin to sort of draw it out. But it's like, it's a very fun, juicy, lip-smacking sort of Grenache, medium-bodied, just like the perfect wine for a ham sandwich, for like a classic, like fresh baguette, sliced open with really good fresh like raw butter and some salt on it, and like some cheese. Go away. And I'm talking about wine. Go. And some really good fresh ham. This would be amazing. It's a fantastic wine to drink on its own, but it would also be good with a lot of food. There's just this bright, it has really nice acidity. It's just so juicy and lovely and like full of life. It's a really, really fun wine. I don't know why. I need to talk to Zev or ask people questions or get in touch with them, but supposedly they do a lot of work in the vineyard, and they harvest several weeks earlier than most other people in the area, and that allows them to preserve more acidity and harvest with a little bit less sugar. The grapes are still phenolically ripe, so you get all these flavors, but the alcohol is a little bit lower. This says it's 13.7, and you have more acidity that hasn't been broken down yet as the grapes mature. And it really pays off. This wine, like I said, every vintage that I've had of it, this wine has been fantastic. I really love this. I'm super excited to have it. It's always relatively hard to get. I mean, it's a 2.5 hectare vineyard, so, you know, they don't make much of it. It's always sort of a limited thing, but it just came in. It's around in Maine right now. I don't know. I love it. If you ever see this label, it's a memorable label. Go get it, because it is so good. You won't regret it. Bye. That's it.